Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. if Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say today. All right, so our card for today is the Four of Wands, which I love because it totally matches my clothes today. I was like, oh yes, that's the vibe. And this has everything to do with completion. Okay, something coming to an end, finishing some kind of project or, some kind of emotional cycle, spiritual cycle. Okay. I just kind of want to go back here for a second. Yeah. All right, so I want to start right here, actually. We have a horse who is walking, and we have somebody walking alongside them, okay? And this is a person, almost looks like they're wearing a hat, maybe. And so, not unlike the Knight of Discs. So, we have a really strong work ethic here. Very learned in some kind of skill set, good with the hands, and just the ability to really intuit the next thing, right? You just know. I think, and I learned this so much about cooking when I started to teach myself to cook about, I don't know, eight years ago or so. Once you have the basics down, you start to understand, how things work together, what will happen if you add heat or take away the heat or add fluid or, whatever. There's all kinds of things. And you just can start to learn how this kind of works in all kinds of different ingredients, okay? So then you're able to kind of get a little creative, start trying out different things, figuring out how to tinker with recipes so they maybe work better for you, work with the ingredients you have, and so on. So I look at this, and when I see the Knight of Discs, I do think of that. There's somebody who can just figure it out. If you think of, when I was a kid, we used to say that somebody was like MacGyver, right? Who was it was a TV show or whatever, that could build anything, right? With, like a pen and duct tape and whatever was in their pocket or whatever. And they could, build some complex, a little machine or something or weapon or whatever. This is kind of that energy. And I feel like you definitely have this energy. It seems very big. This is a large and dense formation. So I think this is something that is really important to you. Okay, you are somebody who wants to know a lot of different things. You want to definitely have expansive skill sets. You take a little bit of pride, not too much, not to the point where it's, detrimental, but you do take pride in the work that you do. And I think that this is very emotionally fulfilling for you, okay? So this, in relation to the Four of Wands, I wonder if you have gone through some kind of training, if you are in school and you're just about to finish up, maybe you are, you've been cross-training and you're in the work that you're doing, or you're opening up some kind of business or, whatever it is. I feel that you are really in a place where you're going to be putting your abilities, your knowledge, your skill set to work. And into use, of course. And this is going to be a very fulfilling, and I see we have the little heart there, but I also see there's little coins, and there's also a fish right here, and the fish is abundance. So I see there's a lot of fortune coming your way. You are going to be successful in this, and it's, you're probably really good at what you do, of course, talented, but I think where you're really, really going to get, ahead of the rest is your love for whatever it is that you're doing. You have a passion, and that sets you apart from others. You enjoy whatever this is. You love to talk about it. You love to think about it. You go home from work or whatever. You watch videos about it. You're studying it, researching it, figuring out how to, make something work that you couldn't figure out, or you're streamlining things, you're making it more efficient. You're devoted, okay? And this is going to be kind of like a door opening for you, walking into I almost imagine like walking into a beautiful garden, right? It's very full of fruit trees and animals and birds and, just sunny and gorgeous. And I feel like this is really that time that you are coming into your power, okay? Now, I want to talk about some of this other stuff that I saw over here. We have... In my mind, I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, that's like a movie. There's like a reel playing through your mind. And I think this is kind of where you've had somebody in your life, in your family, I imagine. This feels like somebody that has been around, and maybe this is somebody who said these things to you when you were young. And this maybe was kind of the motivator for you to really get some kind of education, or to really do something with yourself that you enjoy. And I feel like this is, I almost feel like this is a peer, one of your, cousins, or, I don't know, somebody around your age group. But I really feel like they are, maybe not now, but they were. I don't know about now, but I think they were definitely kind of a naysayer. They always just put you a little bit down. And I think often it was because of their own stuff, right? It had nothing to do with you. But their words stuck with you, okay? They made you feel like, everybody thought you weren't going to achieve anything. And they kind of became that voice of... when you think about your family, or at least this part of your family, you think, oh, well, this is how they all felt about me. Well, I'm going to show them. I'm not going to become that, right? And, if this person, maybe you are close now, maybe you don't talk at all, I don't know. But I don't think they realize how much of an influence they had in your life. And probably if you spoke to them now, they would say, I don't even remember saying that. I feel bad for, ever making you feel that way. But, it did. It influenced your life. It infected you in some ways. This negative energy. But... it also kind of was that thorn, or that splinter, that was stuck in your foot, and it made it just uncomfortable enough that you had to keep going, doing something about it. You had to do something about it. And I think this is kind of also where that completion is going to be coming in. you are fulfilling your destiny in some ways. This is you overcoming this hurdle, this mental, emotional anchor that you have, that you've had for a long time. And I think that it is just about time that you are going to put down that whatever, that thing that has been chained to your ankle, right? You're going to put it down, let it go, and it's going to be a relief. Okay? You can look forward and focus on the positive, on, the talent that you have, the ability that you have. You're not going to let anyone dampen this chosen way that you have really, really been resolved to travel. And, in a lot of ways, I would not be surprised if you don't end up being one of the most successful people in your family, even more so than this person that, was kind of a little stinker, right? And, wonderful. Of course, we have to let go of that part of our ego where we can, we cannot live for other people's garbage or the things that they say to us or the way they make us feel. At some point we have to find the ability to shed all of that and just purely move for ourselves. And you know what? I think that probably you're already there, or working on it. But I think this is one of those last things that really, at the oddest moments, you just start thinking about like, oh, I remember when they said that to me. That was, I remember that feeling. And I was never going to let them be right. I was not going to allow that. And so we also have this beautiful animal. It reminds me of maybe like an antelope or some kind of deer, and it is jumping and it is beautiful and it is, just kind of very graceful. And, I feel this energy with you, just so powerful, kind of out there, out there on your own, leaping over, making something beautiful for yourself, and quite a sight to see as well. Other people watching you do all these things. I think that it is quite motivating for others. If you know that or not, well, hi, Fly. As my daughter calls them, Cupcake. We call our flies Cupcake around here. I haven't seen you. Nice to meet you. I haven't seen any flies in a while. So we, I think that it really is easy to think that you're just living your life and nobody notices, but they do, okay? They notice how well you've done for yourself. How much work you've put in and that you continue to put in, and maybe, this is that you are succeeding with a lot of resources. It's a lot of monetary success and such, but even more so than that, I think you just have such a light to you. You are somebody who people are drawn to. They look at you, they hear what you have to say, and it's something that sticks with them, right? Because you've known the pain of somebody being hurtful, right? Even maybe bullied a little bit. And you treat people with care. You speak to them in a way that they can hear, not just on the surface, but deeply, because you don't want to hurt people. You don't want people to feel terribly like you've been made to feel. So we also have, it looks like maybe, I'm thinking Diana, maybe Artemis, one of the wilderness goddesses. And you can see she has her bow and arrow, just the tip of it there. And so, the hunt, is on for the next, where else are you going with all of this? You know, you're going to keep building upon it. I know that you will. And so now you're out there, and I keep just imagining, and it's not that you are a lonely person, I don't think, or somebody who is isolated, but you just operate on your own level. And if you can imagine somebody who is out there, or this animal, this beautiful, deer, or like I said, antelope maybe, just springing through the long grasses, fast, beautiful, slender, graceful, powerful, so powerful. And the same with Diana, really. If you could imagine the huntress, moving so quickly through the underbrush, through the trees, through the wilderness, and, moving so quickly, who could keep up, right? So, there's a power to your ability to do things for yourself. And it does make you a force to be reckoned with, really. And let's see. I see a little bathtub right here. Yeah, and we have a little bathtub. And when I see the bathtub, to me, it always is a sign of self-cleansing, anointment, of absolution through water, right, in some way. And so I think just letting go of some of the stuff, right, really having the resolve to put it down. And I think that's really what this comes around to, is getting rid of that old thing, moving into this next position of power. And, of course, remembering where you come from, your roots and all of this, but you don't have to carry that, those toxic words with you anymore. You don't have to think about that stuff anymore. You have succeeded, you have slayed it. All right, so we have a moon. We have a moon, and we have stars, and we have some emotions here. I see you and two other people. They look younger. Maybe they're your children or grandchildren, or friends. I don't know exactly, but they seem like they're a little bit younger. Excuse me. And I feel like there's almost this thing that keeps repeating in my mind. It's like to be loved, but not chosen. And there's a confusion in that. And so when we have this kind of unrequited love, and this doesn't have to be romantic, any kind of love really, but when it's not returned, when the energy is not equal, or, we feel neglected, displaced, abandoned, or, rejected, whatever it is. I am a firm believer of, if we if we do not find love, especially where we're looking for it, we stop looking and we start making love. We start making the love that we want. We start being the love that we need. Okay? And it's not just, you have to learn to love yourself. No, it's not just that. It is loving others. It is being of service to others. It is, supporting your community, supporting your family, being there, showing up for them. Where you feel that you lack love, you put that extra love that you have into other things. Even, having plants, having companion animals, finding things that make you happy, that you're interested in, hobbies, finding places to feel love. It doesn't always have to be in other people. Sometimes, and I think this happens a lot with like parent-child dynamics, where you love somebody so much and maybe they don't know how to love, you know, especially when you have like a parent that is emotionally unavailable, or you have a child who is going through a part of their growth, their formation of personality, of life, and they kind of push you away, and it feels like, yeah, they love you, but they will not choose you, right? And that is a difficult thing to face. But you know that and you love them. You're still as devoted as ever to them. But you have to find things for yourself, right? You have to find things to put that love and energy and focus and attention into, right? So let's go ahead and do we have the Dreamer's Deck, 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. And I'm going to go ahead, we're going to flip through this and stop where it feels right. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. We're going to read it together. It says, I know that I do not need to wait for 5 p.m. on a Friday to be happy. I am happy right now. And I like this one. I do. You know, we don't have to wait till that allotted time for when we're going to be happy and excited about things. You know, I am a person that likes to find as many things during the day as I can to make me happy. I also have to remind myself that I'm just happy in the moment. It doesn't have to always be a little treat or, you know, a little break or I'm done with my work. I'm so happy. I am able to do my work. I am happy for that. I am privileged to do that, you know, and so on. So, you know, we find our gratitude, we get into that posture of gratitude and activate that awareness of the little moments of happiness in our life. And that's a game changer. That's one of the secret keys of the universe, I think. So, Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and that helps the channel grow. And now we are on a schedule where Taurus will be read every Thursday. Your readings will be posted. And there will be bonus videos as well. So take a look at the channel for those. If you haven't subscribed, think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the videos are coming out so you don't miss them, especially those bonus ones. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean so much to me, truly. Okay, Taurus, we'll talk again real soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.